With the third choice, the Cincinnati Bengals select Achilles Smith, quarterback, University of Oregon. The Indianapolis Colts are now on the clock.
My name is Todd Vasferi, Senior Player Personnel Scout. I've been with the Colts for 23 seasons.
This, you would think, with Indianapolis, may be the spot for a running back. You would think it would be Ricky Williams.
I just remember there being a lot of hoopla around it, and I remember the Saints were frantically trying to trade up and to get up into the top five. They were trying to trade with us to take Ricky. You talk to people with the Saints, they thought for sure that's who we were taking. I think they had guys that left their room and went to get something to eat because they just assumed we were going to take Ricky Williams. And then, I did feel confident that we were taking the right guy. I remember that. Edgerrin James, exposures, Cincinnati 98, NC State 98, and Rutgers 98. In 1998, I was the West Coast scout for the Colts. I was transitioning into the Southeast scout, and I was responsible for lining up all the running backs as a cross-tech position that year. Edgerrin was a junior that year. I think he started off the year a little slow. I think then the last 6 games, he had 100 yards rushing in every one of those games, and then he capped it off with a 299-yard performance in his last game versus UCLA.
Edgerrin James still on his feet. That's a good tough run out to close to the 9-yard line.
I think I started with the 299-yard game, and the initial impression was, first of all, the way he's built. I mean, he's built low to the ground. He was a long torso, short-legged player. The short legs gave him the ability to change direction, and then low center of gravity, so balance. Dom Neely used to compare him to a spider where he could just, kind of shift around and go anywhere he wants and then quickly accelerate. He ran with excellent pad level, and because of that, he would finish his runs physically. And then he had speed to finish home runs.
Edgerrin James behind the clock. Culture has 5, has 10, he's loose. Gets a block downfield, and he will score.
We knew he was a great kid, high character kid. I think some people back then, got thrown off by the dreads and the gold teeth. But once you dig on the player and you get to meet the player, you realize how special a kid this is, how hardworking, how smart, and how good a fit he was going to be for our team.
Mel, well, let's look at of course, anybody will pale in comparison to the running statistics of the Heisman Trophy winner. If you compare and contrast these two, Mel, what would edge you one way, no pun intended, what would edge you another way?
Gave a slight edge, certainly, to Ricky Williams. I think staying around for 4 years. Remember, he would have been the 6th pick overall last year had he come out, went back, broke all those records, really put up big numbers.
I will say this, back then, there was a lot of discrepancy on who the better player was. I think a lot of people thought we were going to take Ricky Williams, but in the room, he really was never a consideration. When we picked Edgerrin, we were very confident. We probably really thought we couldn't go wrong, again, because of the blend of the person, the talent, and then the verification of what we saw on film.
With the fourth choice in this draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Edgerrin James, running back, University of Miami.
Edgerrin running with 45-50. Give it to Edgerrin, trying to get right side, cuts in, score, touchdown.
But I remember when he got here, Bill Point said, I've never seen a guy come in shape into a camp ever since I've been in the league. Like, he was ready. I will say this too, the guys that you hit home runs on usually, and you pick them high, and you see it the first snap. And you're definitely going to see it in the first practice.
Manning takes the snap, gives Edgerrin off the left side, cuts it up the middle, and gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Edgerrin James.
Yeah, I think when you do a player, you see greatness in him, but I think you're really going out on a limb if you think he's going to make the Hall of Fame. Now it's great that Edgerrin did that, and I would say I'm not surprised at all that he did, knowing the character of the player and the skills that he has. It's really a cool thing to scout a guy that is going to the Hall of Fame. But again, the process, especially for the high-end players, is so collective. You're just happy that, two things, you're happy that you're part of the process, hopefully that you have somebody that listens to you, and then validation that, you know, the player comes in and plays well and you win games.